Down a dusty dirt road, an old man walked, and beside him was a much younger male companion, a visitor. As the duo walked and talked, it was obvious that the old man was taking the younger man on a tour of his community. But if you listened more carefully, you'd realize that this was not a regular tour to show off the beauty and attractions of the community. This was a different kind of tour.
It be any problem what it better. Now, show the quick who's the drain.
This road is one of the main roads connecting a number of villages in Igbajo town, a farming community in Osun State. 25 years ago, our old man, Pa Sholado Igbenjo, retired to his village, not too far from here. Upon returning home, he went straight to his farm and invested all his savings there. But when the harvest came, he could not take it to the market because there were no roads. For many years, the farmers in Igbajo town have been struggling to eke out a living, largely due to the fact that their roads are barely motorable. Yes, they work hard from dawn to dusk, and their fields yield good harvest, but they hardly make good profit because the bulk of their return is spent transporting the harvest to the market.
Ọrọ̀ ajé pọ̀ níbí ló jẹ́ wípé ọjà wà, ọrọ̀ ajé wà, kòkó, ẹ̀gẹ́, gbogbo ẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n ìṣòro tá ní níbí ni wípé kò sí bá ṣe fẹ́ kó délé, kò sí bá ṣe fẹ́ kó dégboro.
Ó dí ìgbé ayé wa lọ́wọ́ púpọ̀ jù torí pé àwọn ọmọ wa Ìgbàjọ náà ti ń lọ iléèwé. Wọn ráyè lọ níbí àníléèwé tó yẹ kán máa lọ. Gbogbo nǹkan wọ̀nyí ni ó jẹ́ ìṣòro fún wa jù. A sì ń fẹ́ kí ìrànlọ́wọ́ kí ìjọba kó ràn wá lọ́wọ́ kán bá wa ṣe gbogbo ètò kó dáa.
As though the challenges of impassable roads were not enough for the farmers in Igbajo town, they also have to deal with the challenge of a river crossing that could only be accessed through a very rickety bridge.
But April last year, mo ń bọ̀ látoko ibi ni mọ́tò jíǹsì so mo wá láti pé bẹ àwọn èèyàn after waiting for about 2-3-4 hours káwọn èèyàn tó dé ká tó bá mi gbé díẹ̀ báyìí wọ́n gbé díẹ̀ báyìí àwa láti tú igi yẹn tò ká tó lè kọjá òun gan ló wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi out bí òun àtàwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi out of this point.
A few hundred miles away, in another community called Akpomo, a small group of villagers narrate their tales of woe to the camera.
Ìṣòro tá a ní tó lágbára jù, ìṣòro ojú ọ̀nà gan ló le jù. Torí pé ọ̀nà ń dà wá láàmú láti kọjá délé. Tójò bá dé ní ìsìn wàhálà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àti dé ìgboro wàhálà ni.
Gbogbo iṣẹ́ tó yẹ ká máa ṣe pátápátá ojú ọ̀nà ò jẹ́. Tá a bá gbé ọjà ká dá gbangba a ní rí mọ́tò tí ó bá ní kó a ní rí mọ́tò kò sí mọ́tò lójú ọ̀nà àti jẹ́ àti mo gan wàhálà ní jẹ́ fáńgbà tá a bá rí ibi tá a gbèdé là ń tá a jẹ.
It is important to note that the poor state of these roads affect not just one village but several other communities along that corridor. For instance, a few kilometers from Akpomo village is another community called Awala. Once a bustling and thriving center of commerce, Awala is now a ghost town.
Ọ̀nà yìí ó jẹ́ ìbànújẹ́ fún everybody. Bọ́nà yìí ṣe rí fún wa torí pé ọjà ńlá ló ti wà ń bí tẹ́lẹ̀. Nígbà tí mọ́tò tí ò lè rìn tí ò sọ́nà tí mọ́tò ò gbà débí ọjà ọmọ dàbí ẹni pé ó fẹ́ paralyze àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́.
Awala is a shocking example of the devastating impact that bad roads can have on the economic activities and livelihood of a community.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀mí ló ti sọnù lójú ọ̀nà yìí. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọjà ló ti ṣòfò lójú ọ̀nà yìí. Tá a bá ní ká máa sọ nǹkan tó ju ọ̀nà yìí tó ń fojú wa rí, mo fẹ́ lè sọ wípé a lè sọ dáàárọ̀ ọ̀la.
Tí wàhálà burúkú wá dé bá wa tá a jó bẹ̀rẹ̀. Tá a bá rajà kalẹ̀ láti fi mọ́tò gbé àní rí. Tẹ́bí bá sì wà dé, èèyàn àtọmọ. Oyún ọwà ná àpọn mẹ́yìn ìwọ̀n tá a lè rù lérí ọ̀nà tẹ́tọ̀ wá yẹn á fẹsẹ̀ rìn lọ bẹ̀. láti ta ọjà ìwọ̀nba tá a bá sì lè tà ká fi ra ti àjẹ lóko ẹsẹ̀ láàfin rìn lọ ẹsẹ̀ láàfin rìn bọ̀ ìdààmú burúkú ni.
ó jẹ wá níyà débi wípé kò jẹ́ kí ẹ̀kọ́nọ́mìkì wa kó wá sókè nǹkan tá a fẹ́ tà ẹlòmíà ká ọsàn báyìí ibẹ̀ ló máa rà sí wọ́n á waṣu ibẹ̀ ló máa rà sí wọ́n á ká kòkó wọ́n á ṣe iye tí ọ̀yẹ́ kan ti rà náà máa rà torí pé kí wọ́n tó gbé dé ìgboro iye tí wọ́n máa ná lé lórí á multiply by 2.
ẹni kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣubú tán.
mo ṣe rí nu tá pé ó yọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ìṣiṣẹ́ pé ó ṣubú ló kù.
So during the rains,
back in Igbajo community, Pa Benjo is nearing the end of his tour. He's probably shown every crevice and gully in Igbajo town to his visitor, and he has good reason. The young man that he's narrated his ordeals to is an engineer from the Osun State Rural Access and Mobility Project, and he's here to survey the land in preparation for a project that will see to the rehabilitation and construction of hundreds of roads in Igbajo and many other communities in the state of Osun. Of course, with most other government promises, the people took it with a pinch of salt.
ẹ wo oríṣiríṣi ìjọba títí ń ṣèlérí fún wa wọ́n bá àsọ̀nà ẹ̀ lónìí wọ́n bá àsọ̀nà ẹ̀ lọ́la bóyá ni mo ti hẹ̀yìn ẹnu mi tí wọ́n fi ń pà ń bá àsọ̀nà ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé pàbó ní já sí.
Despite the disbelief of the people, the officials of RAMP are not perturbed. This is not the first time RAMP will be intervening in communities in Osun State. In fact, Igbajo and other communities are a follow-up to a successful Phase 1 intervention that saw to the rehabilitation of 214.14 kilometers of road network spread across several hundreds of communities. In Phase 2 of RAMP Osun, an even larger network of roads would be rehabilitated or constructed newly. In order to tackle the multiple challenges of rural access, the Nigerian government, with the support of the World Bank and the French Development Agency AFD, initiated the Rural Access and Mobility Project RAMP 2 with the objective of improving transport conditions and bringing sustained access to the rural population.
RAMP is a response to supporting Nigerian government in implementing rural transport program, and the World Bank through the SSCTP supported the government to develop the rural travel and transport program. Therefore, in implementing that program, the bank, in supporting government, developed RAMP to implement the program.
RAMP Osun has really even complemented the effort of the state government in terms of the urban route development, because knowing fully well some of these rural routes have direct linkages to some of our urban routes. So now that an improvement has been put on some of these rural routes, it gives easy access to the urban routes. So there are easy connectivity within the state of Osun.
We have advertised the upcoming Phase 2 road. We have gone a step ahead because largely what we do is at road. We have provided what we call road sealants, which will protect the road from excessive wear and dust. It's part of what we have advertised for, and we are getting experts within Nigeria and outside Nigeria to do the work. So it is an improvement over the past one.
Phase 2 of RAMP Osun is expected to deliver a total of 307 kilometers of both rehabilitated and newly constructed roads, as well as river crossings across 18 local government areas of the state. This phase is divided into 2 packages. Package 1 has 3 lots, and Package 2 has 4 lots, and the Osun RAMP team are confident that the success of Phase 1 will be repeated in Phase 2.
We have tried to reach all areas that were not reached before now. For instance, the first trans did not touch too much on the central senatorial district, but right now we have larger percentage of our road that is going to that geographical zone.
By the time the project is concluded, there will be smiles on the faces of inhabitants of those areas. Number one. Number two, they have complete access to the major towns.
For instance, anybody coming from Igbajo does not mean to go through Osogbo. It can pass through this way, either to go to Okemesi, from there to Ado-Ekiti, or to my left, Ila, and out to other parts of the country.
The performance of Osun State Ramp is one of the best in the country. And if you see the way they are implementing the project, they are top performer, leading all other states in implementation of ramp.
The direct beneficiaries of this project are the population of poor rural communities living along the roads who rely almost exclusively on agriculture and livestock for their subsistence. And it is hoped that achieving this project will significantly increase the economic power of these communities and improve the quality of life for the indigenes.
Iṣẹ́ tí mo wá fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ tẹ́ ẹ bá délé ni wípé kí ó jọ̀ọ́ o ìṣòro kan bẹ ní Àwàlà tó ti sọ ìjìyà tó ti rí ní Àwàlà pé kí ó jọ̀ kí ó ṣe é kó lè ṣojú ẹ̀mí mi kí n lè rin ọ̀nà yìí ní orí ọ̀dà lórúkọ Jésù oríire gbogbo wa yó tẹ̀ wá lọ́wọ́.